How many of these have you replaced? Like every one of them?
Every one of them. They're all new now.
How many every year or every other?
No, this has been a long time. Well, the combine's a 98 or something, so there's a chance they were probably replaced at some point. I don't know, it doesn't happen very often. It takes a while for them to wear down.
So this is a 1010 header. It's a 30-foot header that hooks onto the 2388 combine. And Jesse Ann just changed all of these fingers here. And what these do is they keep the wheat pushed up against the cutter bar here. And these knives are going crazy. So that just holds the wheat up against it so it can cut and fall in the header. And here's what the tines were looking like after I don't know how many years, because I bought it used, but they were wore out. So there was 440 of these that Jesse Ann had to unbolt and pound the bolts out, and we reused all the bolts because we're cheap. But yeah, so I gotta change all the blades on that, and she should be ready to harvest. And all the bearings are still good.
How often do you have to change those blades?
I change them once a year. They probably last a couple weeks into harvest, but then once they get wore out too much, they start skipping. And it's just easier to change it now while I've got a little bit of time than to change it in the middle of harvest when it's 100 degrees outside and I should be cutting. So yeah, you unhook this. This is what drives it here. So this box takes the rotation from the drive shaft, spins this guy, and it takes this arm and goes back and forth really fast. So you just undo a couple bolts and then you slide a 30-foot bar all the way out. And then you got to unbolt each one of those knives and put all new ones on and bolt it all back up. So it's got a pair of drive shafts that hook up to the combine. So the combine's turning these drive shafts and running the auger and running the sickles, and then hydraulics run the reel. So you got your hydraulics here that you hook up, and your reel goes forward and backward, up and down, and then it's got a motor that's spinning it. Yeah, probably should weld on this. This is where all the grain comes by, and it takes this, 1/8-inch plus plate here and turns it into razor sharp nothing. So I usually
How long does it take the grain to wear that down like that?
Well, this header's probably 25 years old, but I've welded on it a bunch. It's amazing as I've put welds all over this, and you can't see any of them. They're gone.
The wheat just sands that down pretty much. That's crazy.
Yourself.
Oh yeah, that's got some sharp parts on there.
That's
Ooh, right
something
there.
I usually do every year. There's a bunch of weld here that I built up. But sometimes what I'll do is I'll take a thin plate and weld it onto there, but you don't want to have a rough edge like that. Actually, I put an entire plate in here not that many years ago.
That's like a knife, dude. That's
Check
like you could slice something with that.
Check it out, dude. I actually put a bottom plate in that. It might have been 2 years ago. See the weld there?
Oh yeah.
I put a plate in that whole front section and welded it in there. So it's actually only probably been 2 or 3 years that it's wore that out.
Just so much wheat. What are these little nubs? Do these retract in and out?
So as that spins, yeah, those fingers, they come out and grab the wheat, and then as it comes back here where the header or the feeder house is grabbing it, they suck back in. I'd turn it, but I'd try to turn that drive shaft. The ones that are out in front, see right here?
Yeah, so they extend out to push the wheat in.
Yeah, they grab it. So the auger brings it in just like a corkscrew from both sides, and then these guys are grabbing it and pushing it in, and then they retract as they come around.
What a crazy contraption.
I should probably check and make sure those are all in good shape too. You can see this one's been flipped here because the finger's all wore out. So we just go in there, you go inside of it and you pull a pin and you flip it around.
Oh yeah, you can see on one side it's wore down.
And if you get them too wore off, what'll happen is when they suck in like that, they'll go inside and drop in, and then it'll just start grenading, which usually happens. if you don't take care of things.
And right when you don't want it to happen.
Yeah, which is whenever it happens.
Crazy.
That's about out of adjustment, but that's all right. Yeah, it's crazy. That drive shaft there is coming in and spinning that and turning this, which is turning that entire 30-foot auger. Sometimes, yeah, that would be it, because they wouldn't have one on both sides. It's crazy. My other header, or my other 2388, is also a 1010, but it's an older style, and it turns everything off of one drive shaft. So it goes over and over here, instead of just having it run the sickle cutter, it's running this box and the auger at the same time with one set. I think it's got like a chain that runs the auger and the belt running the wobble box. And the wobble box and the other one, this one's an oil-filled gearbox, and the other one's a greasable, open one, just with joints in it. And I fried it last harvest, so I get to replace that, and it's very expensive. I think it's $3,200 for that stinking thing.
How did you fry it?
There was a grease zerk I didn't know was there. It was the first year I'd ever run one like that, and I didn't see a grease zerk, and if you don't grease stuff, it doesn't last. So, like last day of harvest, I realized that sucker was hot and squeaking, so we stopped using it.
Farm life.
Oh, this is leaking.
Speaking of.
Yeah. That's all right. It's probably just leaking from sitting all year. That raises and lowers this big guy. Yeah, my other one has steel tines for all of this. It's just an older school style, which you can't really get the parts hardly for those anymore, but these are nice, but they probably wear out a lot quicker than those steel tines do. They're like 1/4 inch or maybe 5/16 and just wound around like a spring and then hook bolted up. And those suckers get sharp. They'll go through your hand. I've had that happen with a swather before, where they had the steel tines and they were to a sharp point like these things. And I was trying to clear it out, and I was doing this, and my hand went right in like a needle. And then I pulled it out. It was like squirt. So you gotta watch yourself. That's why you don't put kids on these things. This piece of square tubing, pretty ingenious. Just look over here on this side, because you're gonna have to have those things. What they do is because you're driving through the wheat, so you want this to kind of split your wheat and pull some of it that way, so you don't just push it over. And then the other bit comes in here, and this is very important. It keeps the wheat from grabbing into any of this stuff, and it runs it into the knives.
Oh, okay, so that kind of pushes the wheat over.
So amazingly.
Oh, so this is like a guide.
Yeah, this stays up in the wheat, and it helps split it, and it starts the split, and then it runs all the way down this. But then see how this is getting really thin right here? It's supposed to be this 1/8 inch tubing all the way around. And then you put the bolt through to hold this in, but you don't want the bolt hanging down below it, right? Because then you got something dragging. So these, I had mine on the other side break on me in the middle of harvest. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Because it's welded on here, you know? So I made that square tubing so I could slip it over the top of it, and then just got a longer bolt and bolted her on there.
Sweet.
It's kind of bent, but these poor things go through a lot. But yeah, I got another one of these sitting in the cab. I should probably change it before it wears through that tube. As you can see, it's already taken quite a bit of meat off of it.
It's crazy how the wheat can just wear this metal down so fast.
And this guy is super important. It only lasts so long, but you need that to roll your wheat over too, so it doesn't just get caught in between here and then just rip off. And then you get Steve on the CV going, "You're leaving heads. You're knocking over grain."
Classic.
And you're like, "I don't know what to do." it's got that little
look at it.
dip in there. That's no good for cutting. See how it's got that dip?
So if those are in a tight square, then it won't cut.
Yeah,
well.
like look at this one here. That one's really bad. It's like super rounded off and cut in. So what I do is I take a grinder and I just grind away some of this meat to give it some relief, like when you're sharpening like a drill bit. It was cool because that combine I bought last year, the dude's like, oh, I got an extra sickle bar for it. I was like, cool. And it was just like in a box, like brand new, and it's just sections. And we took it out, and it also came with sickle sections. As we had like, we just put it together and slipped it on, and didn't have to do it. That should be good. That should be better. Go that way some.
Okay. You're gonna have to get on the back side, I think.
Go slow, baby.
Okay.
Oh, I'm stuck. Just come over here and hold this so that end can kind of hang on the ground.
Mind your fingers.
Yep, it's going good.
No, I'm stuck again. I'm gonna pull back a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, hold up.
Okay. Okay. Just go chill here.
Okay.
Do not move it because I'm touching
Okay.
it.
I will not move it.
Okay, this is an issue. There we go. I think it has to do with the curvature in this damn thing. Okay. Okay.
Up. Up. I'm getting caught on something.
Yep.
Oh, it's this. It's down here. So close.
Yep. Don't push too hard now.
Okay.
Well, it's pushing up against this guard right here at the end.
Okay, pull back a little. I'm gonna pull back a little again.
No.
What?
Hold on.
Okay. Hands off.
I think it's just the freaking angle of this dang thing. I got just an eighth of an inch. You not?
Trying. Sorry. I can probably slowly push
Okay,
it in.
now push slow.